Hello, and welcome to myfinanceteacher.org. We're talking about Bitcoin today, and I think there is an interesting opportunity coming up on Bitcoin. There might be some potential gains here with a relatively low risk. So let's jump in. Before we continue, let me remind you guys to subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and click that bell notification. Thanks a lot. First of all, looking at the history shows that Bitcoin generally follows these 2-month cycles. During 2017, 18, and 19, these cycles on average lasted for about 63 days. Of course, sometimes they are shorter, sometimes they are quite longer. The previous one lasted for 56 days. The one before that was quite long, lasting for nearly 3 months. I think the ongoing 2-month cycle in Bitcoin might have given us a cycle low a couple of days ago. It might have completed a couple of days ago. And here are the signs that I'm considering for that. First of all, the cycle duration. That cycle that started in the middle of December has already been going on for 72 days if we count the cycle finished over here with the low that it gave us on the 28th of February. 72 days will give us a little bit of an extended cycle, so based on normal duration, it's time for us to see a cycle low. Secondly, looking at 14-day RSI, it's not into oversold territory. However, over the last couple of days, RSI came close enough to oversold territory to give us this 2-month cycle low. Looking at the previous few cycles, even over here when Bitcoin was gradually trending down from 13,000 down to 6,000, there were cycles that finished with RSI far from oversold. So the fact that recently RSI was close enough to oversold but not into oversold might be enough for our cycle low. Next, we've poked several times through the lower range of the Bollinger Bands. The Bollinger Bands have expanded, and it might be time for the price to turn around and test the upper range of that Bollinger Band. The fourth sign that I like is that price is staying above this 100-day moving average, and it wants to close back above the 200-day moving average. If today or tomorrow the price actually closes above the 200-day moving average, that would be a next positive sign arguing for a long position in Bitcoin. And the fifth sign that I looked at is this Fibonacci retracement, and we see that price is bouncing off that 50% retracement. And on Fibonacci, as I mentioned in my previous videos, 38%, 50%, or 62% retracement happen most of the time before the trend reverses. So those are the signs that I like on Bitcoin at the moment, but another thing that I like is the amount of risk that you would have to take going long at the moment. Of course, there is some risk. No trading is without risk, but I think at the moment the risk-reward ratio is quite attractive. I personally do have long positions both on Bitcoin and on Ethereum. However, as I mentioned in my previous videos, I only trade with about 10% of my Bitcoin portfolio, and the rest of the 90% I keep as a hodl position. So in my personal trade, I'm using this recent low as a stop loss. If that is broken, we'll probably see Bitcoin dipping below 100-day moving average. So if you were to enter from current price, that's only 3% risk on the downside. And on the reward side, even if we just retest the recent highs, which is close enough to that upper range of the Bollinger Bands, so even if we retest that recent high at about 10,500, that is over 20% gain. So a risk-reward ratio of 7, where potential rewards are 7 times greater than the risk, is attractive in my opinion. So there you go. That's my opinion on record, but what do you think about Bitcoin? If we are to get a bounce over the next few weeks, how high do you think it will go? Let me know in the comments below. While you're there, remember to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and good luck in your trades.